Okay, so picture this. Your neighbor's dog nips you. It's annoying, for sure, but you know what to do, right? You deal with the owner. It's a matter of responsibility, maybe some insurance paperwork. It's logical, it's modern, and it makes total sense.
But what if I told you that back in the Middle Ages, they just tossed that entire book of logic right out the window? They wouldn't sue the owner. Oh no. They would arrest the animal. They would imprison the animal. They would put the actual animal on trial for its life. We are talking about pigs, rats, even insects, all standing before a judge.
And this really is the key difference. See, our modern system is built on human responsibility. But in the medieval world, they saw an animal as a moral agent, someone or something that was capable of understanding right from wrong, and because of that, totally deserving of a full-blown trial. It's one of the most fascinating and, frankly, just bizarre chapters in all of legal history.
All right, let's open our first case file. We're going to Falaise, France in the year 1386, and this is probably the most infamous animal trial ever recorded. And this isn't some fairy tale. It was a meticulously documented legal proceeding all about a killer pig.
So the story goes, a sow attacked and killed a child that was in its crib. But instead of just, putting the animal down, the town of Falaise decided that human justice had to be served. So they did the logical thing, in their eyes. They formally arrested the pig and threw it into the local jail, just like any other suspect.
And this is where the story just gets completely surreal. I mean, the pig wasn't just put down quietly. It got the full legal treatment. Get this. They dressed it in human clothes, a waistcoat and trousers, so it could stand before the court. And after a formal trial, a judge found the pig guilty of premeditated murder and sentenced it to be publicly hanged.
But the absurdity was not over yet. Oh no. To really drive the point home, the town authorities rounded up other local pigs and literally forced them to watch the execution. This was meant to be a deterrent, a lesson for the other pigs about the consequences of breaking human laws. You really can't make this stuff up.
Okay, so for our next case, we see that while this whole system was bizarre, a really clever lawyer could actually use it to his advantage. And this time, the defendants weren't just a single animal, but an entire horde of them. We're talking about the rat fugitives.
So over in Autun, France, the local barley crop was getting absolutely devoured by rats. The townspeople were fed up, so they decided to sue the rats in court. And the court, taking this completely seriously, appointed a brilliant young lawyer named Bartholomew Chassanois to represent the absent rodents.
So on the day of the trial, surprise, surprise, not a single rat shows up. The court's ready to rule against them by default. But Chassanois stands up and argues that his clients weren't properly summoned. The court actually agrees and orders the summons to be read in all the nearby towns. When the rats still don't show, Chassanois delivers his masterpiece. He argues that his clients couldn't possibly attend court because the town's cats posed a mortal threat to them along the way.
And it worked. I'm not kidding. It worked. The court actually accepted his argument. They cited the legal principle that a defendant's life can't be put in danger just to attend court, and the judge postponed the case indefinitely. The rats got off scot-free, and Bartholomew Chassanois basically became a legal rock star.
All right, our final case file takes us from legal absurdity deep into the realm of pure superstition and theological terror. This is what happens when folklore and fear get put on trial. In the city of Basel, a rooster did something deeply unnatural. It laid an egg. Now, to us, that just sounds like a strange biological anomaly. But to the people of 1474, this wasn't biology. Oh no. This was demonology. This was a heinous crime against God and nature. So why all the panic? Well, because of this guy, the myth of the basilisk. It was believed that if a toad hatched a rooster's egg, it would unleash a serpent so deadly that its very gaze could kill you. So this wasn't just some weird egg. In their minds, it was a potential weapon of mass destruction. So the poor rooster was arrested and put on trial. Its lawyer argued that, hey, laying an egg is an involuntary act. There was no malicious intent here. But the prosecution's argument was chillingly simple. This was no accident. This was an act of collaboration with the devil himself. The verdict was swift. The rooster was found guilty of sorcery. Its sentence? To be burned at the stake, the same punishment reserved for heretics and witches, right alongside its so-called demonic egg.
A huge crowd gathered to watch the execution, believing their city had just been narrowly saved from a monstrous threat.
So after hearing all these cases, the real question isn't just what happened, it's why. Why go through this incredibly elaborate charade for a pig or some rats or a rooster? Why not just, deal with the problem?
I mean, seriously, what law could an egg-laying rooster possibly have broken? And the answer to that question reveals nothing about the animals, but it tells us everything about the medieval mind.
And here's the crucial thing to understand. These trials were really a desperate attempt to impose human order on a very chaotic and scary world. See, in the medieval worldview, God's divine law applied to everything in creation. So an animal that did something wrong wasn't just a pest, it was disrupting the divine order. By holding a formal trial and a public execution, the community wasn't just punishing an animal. They were performing this powerful public ritual to restore balance and justice, and to feel like they had some control over a world that was frighteningly unpredictable.
It all seems completely bizarre to us now, right? Just a relic of a superstitious past. But that core tension between our human sense of order and the wildness of the natural world, that's still very much with us. And it kind of leaves you with one final thought. If animals today could hire a modern-day Bartholomew Chassaneuz, what exactly do you think they would sue us for?